Hi everyone, thank you all for joining me for another session of Supervision Sundays. Can't believe it is 2 weeks already. I'm so excited. Thank you all for checking out my videos. To all of you that have already subscribed to the videos, thank you so very much. And if you're watching this and you have not already subscribed, do me a favor and go ahead and click that subscribe button. I absolutely love each and every one of you all who take the time to listen to my vlogs. And again, this vlog is just something to help you all through the week, put some thoughts in your heads, improve your clinical practice. That's my goal. And exciting news, I've updated our website, and so if you have not went over to our website, it's pretty cool. I am learning to kind of do some of these things myself, and so it is www.leadclinically.com. so please go to the website and check it out. Now, today, it is one of those times where we're reminded that we are experiencing COVID-19. It's been like this the entire year. It's been such a drag, but it's an important time in our nation because it's something new for us to experience a pandemic of this magnitude, right? And so especially for us that are first line workers, frontline workers, essential workers, this is a super important time, right? For us to kind of figure out what we can do to better help the individuals that we serve and to support our communities. So one of the things that, is coming up for us is that the community is opening back up slowly depending on what state you're in. If you're in Florida, we are doing it in phases, and so people are excited. They're like, yay, outside is opening back up. And so while that can be super exciting right now, for some individuals this can be a scary time for them as well. And so that's what I want to talk about today. So our topic is really centered around individuals who are living with bipolar I and the potential for opening back up, triggering some of these individuals' manic episodes. And what I want us to do is have a good discussion about some ways that we can support our clients. And so if you're interested in that, that's what we're talking about today, so stay tuned. So we're talking about bipolar I, and so there is bipolar I and bipolar II. Keep in mind that with bipolar I, that is the diagnosis that individuals tend to experience the manic episodes. And so if you look at the criteria for bipolar II, you cannot diagnose someone with bipolar II if they've ever experienced a manic episode. If your client has experienced periods of mania, then that is bipolar I. So that is the difference. And so what I want you all to think about, first we want to go over the criteria for bipolar I, right? According to the DSM, these individuals have elevated mood. It could be characterized by irritability, increased goal-directed activity that can be high risk, lack of sleep, psychomotor agitation, which they could be pacing, pressured speech where they're talking really fast. And so you want to kind of pay attention to that because they experience these symptoms and it has to last for at least 1 week, right? And then individuals may also experience depressive moods, and we don't know, you have to kind of work with your client to pin down how often they cycle between like their depressive states and their manic states. But they do need to meet the criteria for major depressive disorder, which carries 5 or more. And if you have not been to my Instagram page, the criteria according to the DSM-V for major depressive disorder is on there, so please check it out. And so I'll put up on the screen for you all the DSM-V criteria for bipolar I disorder. So let's talk triggers to manic episodes. This can range from person to person, and it really just depends on your client. But some of the common triggers are stress, lack of sleep, interpersonal problems. So they may have recently experienced a death in the family. They may have recently experienced a breakup with a loved one. It really just depends on your client. The concern with some of these triggers is that when your client experiences these manic episodes, episodes, it can really put them in harm's way, or they can come out on the other side of their manic episodes with some outcomes that they weren't hoping for. So there's sometimes an increase in suicidal behavior, there's an increase in substance use. Oftentimes substance use can trigger a manic episode as well. So you may have clients who get in a car and they drive really fast and they end up getting a speeding ticket. You may also have clients who engage in high-risk behavior such as hooking up with people, having random sex partners, which exposes them to unproductive outcomes related to health. Sometimes they can even have legal problems as a result, right? Because if I'm speeding, I get pulled over. If I'm engaged in substance misuse, I may pick up a drug charge. And so it can be really, really dangerous. And if we think about the impact that COVID-19 has had on our society, we have to remember that isolation has been really hard for a lot of people. So when we hear, oh my gosh, outside's opening back up, a lot of people are so excited. And so for some, they can go out and it can be it can be overwhelming, right? And what happens is they overindulge. You know, we all want to overindulge. We want to go out, we want to have fun, and that's great. But we want to think about our clients and we want to be able to support them in a way that reduces any risk of harm to themselves or to others. And so I'm going to put some of the common triggers to manic episodes up so that you all have that as a quick reference. So how can we support our clients? So I'm going to give you 3 strategies to support your clients. And number 1, I want you all to encourage your clients to come up with a routine and support your clients in doing that in session. And so it's something easy that you can work with your client on. Throughout COVID-19, most health professionals have been encouraging everyone to keep a healthy sleep routine, to eat healthy, to exercise. And it's great that that information's out there, but what we know is not everybody has been practicing that. And so you want to encourage your clients to come up with a schedule and a routine for helping them transition back into being in the community and back into their old schedule, whatever that may have been. The second thing I want you all to do with your clients that I highly, highly encourage is getting your clients to either journal or use a symptom tracker. The reason you want to do this with your clients is because you want them to be able to identify when they're going towards these periods of elevated moods or these periods where they're not getting a lot of sleep. And so helping them to track what triggers may be coming up for them. And this is person specific, keeping in mind that not everyone has the same triggers to their moods. And so you want your client to be able to reflect on those things and to kind of pay attention to what's going on so they can access help when needed before they get into a situation where, again, they're experiencing some negative health outcomes or interpersonal problems or legal problems. The third thing that I'm going to encourage you all to do is to do a crisis plan with your clients. And so crisis plan is very similar to a safety plan, a relapse prevention plan. Your agency or at your private practice, you may call it something very, very different, but the plan just includes who am I going to call? What are my warning signs? What are some of my coping skills? What can I do? And encouraging your client to get really creative with that. So folding it up and putting it in their wallet, taping it to their mirror, giving a copy to a loved one, helping your client to really iron out, hey, this is going on. I've been really bored. I've been isolated. I don't want to overindulge when I go back into the community. I don't want to be triggered. I've been very stressed during this time frame. And so I don't want to go out and, get super drunk, or what are my goals for myself? And of course, you want to make sure that they include all the important numbers, the local crisis hotline. Encourage them that if they're thinking about harming themselves or someone else, that they seek help immediately, that they call you, and that, hey, I'm here for support, and if we need to increase sessions, then that's something that we can do to support you. So I hope you all have enjoyed the vlog this week. Of course, I am interested in your feedback, so please let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Tell me, something that you're interested in or any questions you have. And if you're not already, again, please like, follow, share the videos, like the Facebook page and the Instagram. It's all at Lead Clinically. And thank you all. #Supervision Sundays.